Ladies and G-strings, how are we doing tonight? Well, yeah, you see, as we probably established the other week, turns out that my favourite guitar configuration is indeed the Fat Strat. And here is a delicious Squier Affinity from 2013, from prior to the CITES restrictions. And I quite like this. In fact, that Squier standard might have to go. So, let's have a listen. So, pick up time. And, well, you see, let's be down here, see what's going on. Well, we'll go through the specs and whatnot, but let me tell you that just a regular Fender Squier, or Squier Affinity, whichever you prefer, is a brute. So, let's listen. Crikey. And of course, there's no splittable trickery with these. It's what you run is what you brung, I guess. Okay, into the position between the centre and the brute. just lovely, lovely and sharp and crisp and fabulous. Into the centre. Excellent. To the position between the centre and the neck. It's a bit sweeter, isn't it, eh? And excuse me. And finally into the neck position. Happy days. Really happy days. Let's have a jolly good look round it. There you are. So yes, so what we got? Let's have a jolly good look round it. So this is a Squier Affinity HSS, or Fat Strat as they're otherwise known. And really, if I could only choose one, as we know from that movie a couple of weeks ago, this would be my weapon of choice because they are so flexible and they're so do anything. But here's the thing. This is, as I say, from 2013, and 2013 was the last year, I believe, when exportability was absolutely fine with any kind of hardwoods. After that, the CITES restrictions came in, which meant no more rosewood unless you had a certificate and basically paid a fine. Not a fine, like for a ticket, and a license, in fact. And so, yes, it's full of good stuff, as they all were. CY prefix, let's let you have a look at the serial number. So, as you can see, it's CY13. C is China, Y is Yako plant, 13 is the year that it was made. And made fabulously, I have to say. Yako plant makes great guitars, and it's got, as you could see from the back, it's got sealed tuners. They are good quality, certainly, and we have got a maple neck with no skunk stripe, which means that the neck was routed out before the rosewood fingerboard went on, which is all rather super. The body is almost certainly made of basswood. Basswood is a North American wood species, generally speaking, and it's a little bit like maple, really. It's a medium to low density wood that's easy to work with, and it's very, very good for musical instruments. So basswood, little bit like maple, a bit of a softwood, you see. So yes, we've got this lovely sparkly scratch plate. As far as I'm aware, everything is original with these guitars, with this guitar I should say, and I like it so much that I'm afraid that my Squier Standard is going to have to go. I just like this better. I like it better because it's got that brute of a pickup in the bridge position. So electronics. Well, the bridge is popping out an absolutely astonishing 13 on the Richter scale. The centre and neck pickups are popping about 5 out, which is what you might reasonably expect from a Squier. So, is it as good as the Mexican Strat? Nearly, but that Mexican Strat just had a little bit of something to it, and also it had a Seymour Duncan in the bridge, which is always a very, very nice thing to have. So you know, you've got your Synchronous Tremolo system here, and there's a few nicks and nibbles out of this. You know, it's seen a bit of life. It's done, I believe it's done a bit of gigging, but remarkably the frets were in amazingly good condition and required no levelling or crowning or anything like that, just a little bit of a polish, and they came up like new. Well, obviously not You know what I mean. So, yes. Now, buying a second-hand guitar. These are absolutely terrific and they will not cost you a fortune, and in my opinion they represent much better value for money than anything really that's budget, that's post 2013, because they are allowed to stick decent lumps of wood on. And so if you are in the market for something like this, usual story, buy from a trusted seller, buy preferably from either eBay or Reverb, because if it's wrong when it gets to you, then you do have some recourse. And I would avoid, personally, buying from Facebook, because if you buy it and then you get it home and it's knackered, then it's hard luck. See, and so if there's a video with the guitar that you're buying, that's brilliant, because then you know at least that it works. But so, caveat emptor, my cousin, the other Mr. Fox, who lives in the States, bought a brand new PRS that he thought would change his life, and unfortunately when he got it he was not entirely happy with it. After some cajoling, no, that's the wrong word, after a great deal of nagging, I finally got him to go to his local guitar tech, and he spent his $30 or whatever it is and got the thing set up and just playing brilliantly, and it changed everything for him in that regard. So if you are going to buy a second-hand guitar and you get it back and you think, ooh, that's not very good, please just go and spend your 20 or 30 quid down. So factor in an extra 20 or 30 quid to spend at your local guitar tech, because it's worth the money and it'll change your life. So so yes, these are absolutely terrific. And this, of course, has the Squier Gold label in the days when it actually meant something. And it plays absolutely amazingly, and it sounds great. And I like it so much, as said, that that lovely Squier Standard that I've got, which was very much the top of the range, I think that's going to have to go in favour of this, because I like that. I like that. It's a brute. And it does what I want. So, but it's all horses for courses, you see. That is my tip to you. I would rather spend 150 quid on a 2013 or pre-2013 Squier than the same amount of money on a new one. Even, like I say, even factoring in that extra 20 or 30 quid that you might have to spend down your guitar tech. So that is it from me today. Thank you all ever so much for tuning in, and I will see you on Wednesday when we are building a cardboard box from scrap material that I found lying around. So thank you for watching, and it's adios amigos. I'll see you on Wednesday. Ta-ra!